Mall of America. It's home to world-class shopping, great dining, and amazing attractions and events. And these are our stories, presented by Bloomington, Minnesota Travel and Tourism.
Welcome, everyone, to this episode of So Much More. I'm your host, Dan Jasper. I'm back. It's so good to see everyone. We are gearing up for a really exciting milestone event at Mall of America. This is going to be the first ever Hmong Arts Celebration. It's happening this coming Saturday, October 25th in the Huntington Bank Rotunda. And if you've ever been to Mall of America, you know where the Rotunda is. It's the big round space right outside of Nickelodeon and Starbucks. This event marks 50 years of Hmong arts in Minnesota and will feature incredible performances, visual arts, music, and so much more. Joining me today, I'm so excited about this, are some guests who are going to tell us what to expect. First, we have Lue Finisher Thao. Lue is the owner of Cypher Side Dance School. I also have Kylie Passe, one of my favorite people here at Mall of America. How are you, Kylie?
I'm doing great.
Kylie is an Experiential Events Coordinator here at Mall of America and one of the pieces of sunshine I look forward to every day at the mall. And Lue, you're new to my life, but you're now a part of my sunshine as well.
Yes, correct.
Welcome. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I am well. Have you ever been called someone's sunshine before?
No, I think this is the first time. So
How
first
does
for
it feel?
everything, right? It feels good. I mean, it's not sunshine out right now, but I feel sunshine in
we're
here.
bringing
So
the
that's great.
sunshine here.
I love it. It's right. It's warm and sunny in here.
Yeah.
I got to start with this, and this is probably off the wall. Where does the name Cypher Side for your dance school, where does that come from?
Yeah. So in hip hop, they have a term called cypher, and so that's kind of like a circle, like a collective. It's like a no judgment zone where people just kind of go freely and dance as they want. You know, I don't know if you've seen like weddings where sometimes someone creates a circle and someone just jumps in.
Yeah.
That's a cypher. And so there's different, there's like rapping ciphers, there's breaking ciphers. So for me, I thought about the idea of like a cypher, where people just collectively come in and just have fun. And so I was like, how can I incorporate into a name? And so when I first started, I started East Side inside Indigenous Roots Cultural Arts Center, and so I was trying to figure out how do I include East Side, but if I venture out, like I don't want to just include East Side.
Right.
So I had a friend named Jason. He gave me the idea. How about you just merge together Cypher Side? And so I was like, okay, Cypher and Side's like the place to be. So I just merged that together. So
I love it. What a great origin. And it reminds me of the first version of Footloose, the movie, because at the prom dance, you're too young to remember this, right? They're like all in a big circle and someone goes in the middle and just does what they want to do. That's a cypher?
yes,
And
correct,
I
yeah.
learned at one of our events that when you're not in the middle of the cipher, you're supposed to stand on the side and go like this.
Yeah, so
Oh,
hype
with
it
the
up.
hand.
Hype them up.
For
support
those who are
'em.
listening,
Yeah.
you can't see us. We're hyping up people
hyping
with
up
our
the crowd,
hands.
yeah.
Yes, it's like,
And with the flat hand
you can do
too.
whatever.
Yeah.
You can do whatever. You can do this. You can.
I'm learning.
You just gotta
You're-
hype 'em up.
You're never
Just hype
too
'em up.
old to learn. That's all I'm saying, right? This is really exciting because this is the first, I think, entirely Hmong
Yep.
event or festival that we've hosted at Mall of America. We've done a lot of cultural events over the years, but this is the first one dedicated to the Hmong people, the Hmong culture. I'm just curious. I'm going to start, Kylie, from your perspective, from the events coordination. What does this mean to you and how exciting is it?
Oh, it's so exciting. My favorite events are the culture events. You get to bring in different cultures. You get to not only celebrate the community, Lue's bringing out a lot of great partners that are local that they're going to come and celebrate, but you also get to educate just regular mall guests on different things that they might not know about the culture. They get to see the fashion, they get to see the dance styles, the song styles. So it's just a great day of celebrating a different culture. It's always so much fun. So they're some of my favorite events.
And it's all day long in the Rotunda, pretty much?
Yep, pretty much, yeah.
And what are some of the events that we'll see during this event? You mentioned some culture, some fashion. What are we going to see that day?
Yeah, well, we'll jump in. I know a fashion show is coming our way, which I'm very
Ooh,
excited for.
Like traditional fashion?
Yes, so we have a fusion of the modern Hmong with a traditional, and then also like a actual traditional clothing. So we're gonna have that in the fashion show, and also there'll be guest performers as well for specifically that fashion show. So.
Okay, wonderful. What else is happening that day?
Some dances. We've got a few local celebrities on the list coming our way as well. We were just doing a promo video with one of them in the Rotunda last week. So
Is it a secret or someone you can talk
Oh, I
about?
mean, the one that we did a little promo with was Dua Chi Yang. So she's a Hmong celebrity in our community, and so she has great hits on YouTube and with her music. So
Okay, wonderful. The I'm going to go back. By the way, when I interview guests on this show, and I'm all alone, I kind of go wild and go all over the place. So my apologies, and for our listeners, I apologize as well. The Hmong culture, the Hmong people, I know a little of the history, but for those who don't, where is the traditional home of the Hmong people? And I happen to know we have a large community in the Twin Cities. Talk a little bit about where the origins of the culture are and the Hmong people, and why we have a large population here, if you would.
Yeah, so I'm not the most educated, but I can kind of give you a gist. So I know we originated in China, but then I believe like we left China and then we kind of scattered around. I believe we stayed in majority in Laos and Thailand, and there was a secret war that we assisted with the U.S. And then I believe within that war, then we transitioned from there to the U.S. And then I think a lot of people went to like France or a lot of different places, but then I think majority of the Hmong people came to Minnesota in specific, but also like California and Wisconsin. So those are the major states. So.
Yeah, I know the Hmong people were a big ally of the United States and did help us. And then after the war, a lot of Hmong people did immigrate to the U.S. and to Minnesota and brought their culture and their food and their fashion and everything with them, which I love. And we do have a large community here as well. Going to talk a little bit more about your dance studio, if that's all right. First of all, when did you start that, and where is it, and what do you do there?
Yeah.
Who comes to it?
Yeah, so we started in 2017 inside the Indigenous Youth Cultural Arts Center, so it was a shared space. And so with the help of Marianne, Carlos, and Sergio, we were able to establish Cypher Side in there. And so we were doing classes in there. We started with just hip-hop and breaking. We started with probably like 10 to 20 students. And then from there, during the pandemic, we made a decision to move out of Indigenous Roots because we were outgrowing the space too. And so we went to our own spot in 2021 during the pandemic. And so that was hard, but it was actually a good transition because a lot of parents wanted their kids to join dancing. You know, they were like, oh, trying to figure out activities. And so from there, we went to our own space, and then we added K-pop, which has been super popular. And so we just serve a wide range of diverse communities. We start as young as 3 up to adults. So I believe our oldest is around 60-something. So.
Oh, wonderful. So it is multi-generational. So you're saying I'm not too old to learn K-pop dancing.
You're never too old.
I can do it. I've watched K-pop Demon Hunters, just so you know, with my grandkids, like 8 times now.
So you're ready to learn the dance.
And it's awesome. Yeah.
I think it's a sign for you to start.
It's time for me to start. I got this down. That's about as good as I can do.
Ready for
right?
a Cypher.
All right. What are you most excited about for this day, Kylie? And you talked a little bit earlier about how, it's not just the Hmong community that participates and comes and watches, but all of our guests come and they get mesmerized by our cultural events. Talk a little bit about how our guests get impacted by this type of event.
Yeah, for sure. You're seeing so many different things throughout the day. There's, like we said, a ton of different performances. So it's just a day filled with excitement, and that energy, you can just feel it. It's palpable in the Rotunda, and it just draws so many people from out of stores. They're like, oh, what's that? I want to stop. I want to look. And then they're glued. They're there. They're ready. And it's just that energy and excitement that
it is the nice thing about the Rotunda, right? Because it's 4 levels high. It's right at the heart of Mall of America. And especially if there's music playing and stuff and there's action going on, people just naturally, it's magnetic. They just kind of go to that area and they stand and they watch. Some may only stay a few minutes, but some stay for an hour and watch what's going on, right? It sounds to me like this day that's coming up on Saturday is going to be a celebration that's truly filled not only with tradition, but with joy. And is that part of your purpose?
Yep. So bring joy, kind of bring awareness that there's a big Hmong population here, and there's a lot of, artists that can inspire the community to do more. And so a lot of it's just kind of opening and just so people can see and dream big with this. Because like in the past events that I've had here, there were people that approached me, hey, like, oh my God, like, I didn't know like there was K-pop dancing classes here in Minnesota. And so with that, like it really brings a lot of people together. And so for them to be able to enjoy the day as well. So.
For the day of celebration here at the mall, is it all performances, meaning the audience simply watches, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but are there opportunities for them to participate, to learn it all? What does it look like from that perspective? Any idea? Can I
Yes.
get up and dance? And not on stage. I'm not going to go on stage. I may go on stage, but just so you know. But for the audience, they can get up and have fun with it, right?
Yeah, so with our performances, there's like seating, so it's gonna be limited in the way that they're able to interact.
Sure.
And so initially we did have some. We were gonna implement some more interactive, like dancing, like teaching on stage. But I think with the amount of people who anticipate, I think it might not be a good idea.
You're going to have a big crowd.
We're gonna have a big crowd. I think the most interactive, like I said, we're gonna have live art as well. So we'll have we'll have Kylie Passe. She's gonna do live painting as well, and so that'll be a nice addition to this event. And then we're also towards like the back area, we will have bandao making, which is Hmong textiles. And so we have a organization that's going to have that, which is, I believe, Hmong Museum. They're going to have that. And we also have another vendor, or a nonprofit organization called Red Green Rivers. And so they'll be kind of doing more of like the traditional, kind of showing the community more of like the textiles, the art that our community has. So.
And so all of these partners that'll be joining you that day, they will be available to talk to our guests and visitors and talk about what they're doing. And guests can ask them questions, or I want to learn more about the textiles. How do I do that? Or they can come up to you after a performance and say, I'd like to learn about dance. So there's an opportunity for them to get involved, I take it, right?
Yes, correct.
The textiles I love because, at least in my mind, it's very colorful and beautiful traditional textiles. Will there be samples there? And is that some of the traditional outfits that you were talking about for the fashion that they might be wearing?
Yep. So a lot of it will have some of the traditional. I will actually have a customized outfit of like a mixture of modern and traditional, and specific for that event. And so I really want to have encourage everybody to wear their traditional Hmong clothes, just to kind of show change the dynamic of the event, you know. And so the traditional textiles it'll be shown around, and it'll be on the clothing as well. So.
Oh, I loved it. And you talked about that you'll have an artist that will be doing live painting. Live painting, did you say?
Yes, correct.
Talk a little bit, can you share her name again and talk a little bit about what that's going to look like to our guests at Mall of America?
Yeah, so her name is Kylie Passe. So she's an amazing artist. She's done a lot of murals throughout like the parks and recs and throughout the Twin Cities. And so she'll be doing she'll have like a big, I don't know how to explain it, like a board, and then she's gonna do live painting, kind of like her vision is to kind of be in the event where it's like live and in the middle of everything. And so she'll be on the side of the stage and kind of draw draw probably the rotunda and kind of feel that energy and see how it goes with that.
So she's part of the performance, but she's creating her type of art while the other artists are creating their art. I love that. That's really fun, right? And at the end of the day, the whole goal is she'll be hopefully finished with this piece of art?
Yes, so she'll be hopefully, she said it might take a few hours, so it might even be done before the event, so it'd be awesome to see what she comes up with.
Oh, that'll be so much fun. I love that. I think you have been to the mall before, hopefully as a guest, as a shopper.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Whoosh, that was a close one. No, but you've been here before and done events here. Would you, the two of you, mind sharing some of those previous events and kind of what was really cool about them? Kylie, I'm going to let you start. Name one.
I'll go with my favorite. So Black Friday last year, we had Lue and his dance crew come in, and they were breakdancing elves. So they danced on the stage in the Rotunda. They had a breakdancing Santa Claus that came through as well. It was a huge hit. It was so much fun. Everyone was really excited about it.
What?
Yeah.
A breakdancing Santa and elves?
Yeah. And I have to say, the kids in Lue's dance crew are so impressive. There's like 8-year-olds up there, and they're like the most confident 8-year-old I've ever seen. They get on the microphone, they introduce themselves, they say their names. They're just so well spoken, and they just have such an energy about them. So it's super fun to bring them back.
I love that. Were they in costume when they did the elves and the Santa thing?
Yeah, so I think we had them in hats, and we had like one of our instructors named Tom Cha. He also goes by B-Boy Dummy, and so he was the Santa Claus. And so he was just flying. He was flying everywhere. We had like our friend from France that came too, and so he's a B-Boy, so he's a dancer too, and so he came on stage and joined us too. And so it was just interesting to see, like, okay, people didn't know what to expect, you know. And so we had different increments of time throughout the day, and it was just kind of like, oh, it was quiet-ish, and then now it's like, oh, there's like a boom, and then everybody's, okay, what's this? Like, we hear some Kendrick, like,
here we go.
It was great song choices. And again, again, it's that energy. It just pulls people towards the rotunda. They can feel it, they can hear it, they see it. And it's great.
The other cool part about that, it's the unexpected, right? We think the holidays, we think of elves and Santa as one thing, and then you see them in a different context, having fun and expressing themselves to different music and in a different dance style. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I think it's inspiring, especially for young folks, right? For kids, that they see other young people being creative and having fun. Is that part of your goal, is to inspire the next generation?
Yeah, so one part goes like what you said, inspiring the new generation and to build that confidence. Like growing up, like I didn't have confidence. I was like shy. I didn't know how to really talk to people. But with dancing, it kind of got me out of my shell. And I've never expected to speak in front of thousands of people. I've done speeches and I still may not prefer to do speeches, but at least I'm more comfortable now. And it was due to my dancing. So with these kids, we try to build them up with their confidence. That's why I have them like, okay, let's have you talk on the mic. And then I think that just taking that first step and just stepping on the stage and just talking, I feel like it's important for these kids to see that, okay, their voice is being heard. So
I think that's huge. What other events? Name another event that you've been here for. What else have we
Cypher
done?
Rotunda is another
Cypher
big
Rotunda, so
favorite.
that's we did our second year this year, so that was super big. We brought the bronze medalist Victor, so he's one of the guest judges. We had what's his name, Alvin he's from Colombia, and so he has like a hit video right now. I think it's like 16 million views on YouTube, and so that was in the Rotunda just 2 months ago. So.
You're kidding me. I have
highest level, it was great.
That's awesome. I have a hit YouTube video. It has 16 views.
Well, that's good. 16 million.
It's
Yeah.
almost the
almost
same.
there.
It's almost the same. The other thing that you're mentioning that I love so much is that you have a lot of other international connections, right? People from around the world, and dance, art, creativity, it does kind of draw people together, doesn't it?
Yeah, so I think the awesome thing with hip hop and breaking is that it just brings different cultures together. Like, so we had Canada come and just like we had one of the team Canada breaking coaches that came to judge, and so for him to come, like there was other people from Canada that came for just that event to compete, and so it's just so awesome seeing different cultures, and they just coming into like the ciphers and the competitions, and then just expressing themselves.
Very
it's
fun.
It's up and awesome.
Of the many times you've been at Mall of America, quick question, what's the weirdest thing you've seen? I'm just asking you.
I think I'm going to connect that with Kylie's favorite event. And so during the Black Friday event, it was funny because we were rehearsing down by where the green rooms, is it correct? And then so we were just practicing, and then out of nowhere, like the garage door opens, and it's like in the movie, it's boom, and then like the cops comes in. Oh, it's the cops, and behind them are people in handcuffs arrested. And then the kids like, oh, everybody was shot. I was like, oh, everybody just stood still. And I was like, kids, that's why that's why you have
your
dancing.
life lesson.
This is your life
Don't
lesson.
shoplift.
Don't shoplift, especially at Mall of America.
Right. We always catch them. The funny thing is, here at the mall, there are so many things that you see behind the scenes that people we should do an episode sometime just on that, right?
Behind the scenes.
It would be incredible. I would love to do it. Kylie, you're a key part of our experiential team. You have so much experience. Just briefly, what's it take to pull together something like this? How do you do it?
Takes amazing partners like Lue. I love bringing in people that have such great ideas. Lue is one of the funnest people to work with, always looking for something bigger and better. So we really look for those community partners that are going to bring like a worthwhile event, very meaningful. They're really going to think outside the box, and all the new and creative. That's our favorite part.
Well, the neat thing that I've seen with you and your team is that you work closely with partners and you build a relationship so that partners come back again and again, right? And you know how to work together and you know the logistics and how everything works. But she's being very timid right now, or humble, I might say, because our events experiential team, I mean, they have to work with the city and they have paperwork and they have to work with all of our operations and security. And there is a ton of planning and work that goes into all of these events. And I'm just going to give a kudo to Kylie and to the entire team and to our AV team that works closely with them. There's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes to make an event like this come off, because to the guest, it just looks like, oh, cool, there's kids dancing. And it just happened. It didn't. It took a lot of work. So thank you for doing that.
Can we give her a round of applause? I think she
Yeah, a round of applause. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
We're getting close to the end of our episode here, so I would love to hear. First of all, if people would like to find out more about your dance club, Cypher Side, how do they find out more about you? Where can they find out more information?
Yeah, so you can find us on Facebook and Instagram. So Facebook at Cypher Side Dance School or at Instagram at Cypher Side. Like I said, we provide classes, K-pop, hip-hop, and breaking to ages 3 to adults. And so, like, we perform around the like Mall of America is one of our favorite spots to perform at. And so we also have, like, for me, myself, I perform for the Minnesota Timberwolves, and I have other instructors and students now performing with me for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And so just a lot of varieties with not just classes as well.
So you dance at the Timberwolves games?
Yes, this will actually be my 10th season performing for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Seriously? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's awesome. How fun. And they're a good team. I'm not a Timberwolves. I'm not a basketball fan, but I think they're really good, aren't they?
I think they're getting better and better. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Good. And Kylie, if people want to find out more information on this event at Mall of America, how do they find out more information?
Yeah, you can check out our events website, mallofamerica.com/events. You can also check out our social media. We have posted on Instagram and Facebook, and we have a weekly email that you can sign up for and subscribe so that you'll know all the events that are coming up.
And again, the Hmong Arts Celebration is this coming Saturday, October 25th, Huntington Bank Rotunda, right at the heart of Mall of America. From what hour to what hour? Do you know the hours? 11 o'clock, I think?
So I would say 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. 11 we'll have music playing, so we'll have like Hmong music playing.
Nice.
11:45 will be speeches.
Nice.
And then at 12 o'clock the performances will start, and there'll be a break between 2:30 to 3. But then that will be like, that break is going to be pretty awesome because we have like EDM DJ, and so he's going to play like a Hmong EDM music. So he has like some remixes, so that'll be an awesome break. So
that's not really a break if we got EDM going on. But I think that's my kind of a break. I love it. So for everyone who's watching, listening to this podcast, make sure you make your way to Mall of America this coming Saturday for the first ever fully Hmong Arts celebration, cultural celebration. It's going to be fantastic in the Rotunda, pretty much all day long, nonstop activity. You're going to love it. You got to make sure that you watch out for Cypher Side, Lue and his crew, right? They're going to be awesome to watch that day. I want to take this opportunity. Lue, first of all, thank you so much for coming down, sharing your story a little bit and getting people excited about the event. Kylie, as always, thank you for the great work you do and for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for
Any last words you want to share with our guests?
Be there Saturday, October 25th.
yeah, so like what Kylie said, just be there because you don't want to miss it, because it's going to be it's going to be a historical event, and like so being at the Mall of America, like it's going to be an amazing event. So
it is going to be amazing. First time ever, a wonderful tradition that hopefully becomes an annual tradition at Mall of America. Lue, Kylie, thank you so much for joining me. For all of our watchers and all of our listeners, thank you much for joining us on this episode of So Much More. We hope that you share this with your friends, your family. Get everyone out here to Mall of America this Saturday for the Hmong celebration. It's going to be amazing. We will see. I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be here, and I'm going to be watching for you, and I know who you are, so I'll come up and I'll say hi, okay? We'll see you all Saturday. Thanks for joining us on So Much More. Have a great day, everyone.
Thanks for listening to So Much More, a Mall of America podcast. Subscribe wherever you find your favorite podcasts. This show is presented by Bloomington, Minnesota Travel and Tourism.